They used to call them econoboxes, and you can see why. The vehicles were cheap, and when it came to styling, well, that was an afterthought, if anybody thought about it at all. But as we've said before, high fuel prices have forced many consumers to look at smaller vehicles, and many car makers have responded by giving us some newly styled vehicles that we'd normally find in Europe. Well, General Motors says it now wants a piece of that small car pie, and so they're taking dead aim at the Scion IQ and the Fiat 500, and the car they're doing it with is called the Spark.
It's the first time we have a player in the mini segment. It's a segment that's actually exploding right now. It's on track to double its sales, its retail sales year over year. And there's a lot of good players in that segment, namely the new Fiat 500. There's also the Scion IQ. And we thought, we needed an offering as well to compete against those players.
It wasn't that long ago that General Motors introduced the Sonic, which they described as a small car. Now we have the introduction of the Spark, which is also a small car. I'm confused.
The Spark is a very different vehicle. We developed the Spark primarily for people who live in major city. And Spark is much smaller than the Sonic. It's about 14 inches shorter. And it's designed to be like very easy to park, easy on gas. The North American Spark is not new. We introduced the Spark to the North American market as a 2013 model. This is actually the third model year in our product life cycle. It has been proven very successful in more than 80 countries around the world in the last 2 model years. We have already sold more than 600,000 units of Spark around the world. The standard powertrain and the only powertrain on the Spark is the 1.2-liter engine, double overhead camshafts. To meet the North American customers' requirement for a little bit more horsepower, we have increased the standard powertrain, standard engine displacement from 1.2 to 1.25. What that does is it improves the mid-range torque without sacrificing the fuel economy. It is designed as an urban car, but it is also very comfortable on the highway. And of course, in the city, it is just nothing compares to that in terms of maneuverability. It has very tight turning radius of only 5 meters of turning radius. You can turn on a dime and squeeze in some very tight parking spots.
The Spark comes with some technology you don't normally find in this segment. It's called Hill Hold Assist. What it means, if you're driving the 5-speed manual, you're on a hill, the light's red, and a guy's right on your bumper, right? You're worried that as soon as you take your foot off the brake, you're going to roll back and hit him. Well, with this technology, when you do take your foot off the brake, the car will hold its position for a couple of seconds, plenty of time to release the clutch and drive away safely.
If I was to sum up Spark, in 2 words, I would probably say it's a no-compromise car. You get it all. It's a great package. It fits your lifestyle, and it's a car that will offer you all the connectivity features that you need, that you want, obviously, and no compromise on safety as well with the 10 standard airbags. So it's not because you choose to drive a smaller car that you need to sacrifice on anything.
Should the competition be worried?
Oh, absolutely. They should be worried in every single segment where we play.
Now, since the Spark is directed towards young people, it comes with a sort of technology you'd expect to keep them connected like MyLink. However, for yours truly, when I'm driving, my cell phone is off, period. But I do like the Spark. I really love the selection of colors. We were driving the color known as jalapeno green. Great styling, terrific turning radius, and heck, you've even got enough room to put your stuff. And this Spark has something a lot of vehicles don't have in this segment. We call it the head turning factor, as in, nice car. We're going to get the opportunity to spend some time with the Spark as it's heading to the Motoring Long-Term Garage. Over the next few months, we'll let you know how the relationship is proceeding.
CSCS started 10 years ago as a sport compact drag racing series. Since then, we've grown to include a car show, a time attack competition, and a drifting competition. On a good day, such as our season opener last year, we had just under 6,000 people. We find that a lot of people who aren't even motorsports enthusiasts will come out to the events, and the reason being is there's a little bit for everybody.